Hi friends, very good morning. Myself Dr. M.H. Chennaya, Vice Principal, Saptagiri College of Engineering and former Professor of Mechanical Engineering at M.S. Ramaya Institute of Technology, Bangalore, is here today to give a presentation on the projection of a pentagonal prism. Friends, the problem runs like this. A pentagonal prism having shorter edges 25 mm and the axis 60 mm long rests on one of its longer edges on HP. So basically we have a pentagonal prism which has got a pentagonal top face, pentagonal bottom face, and these two faces have that's 5 number of rectangles on its lateral surface. It has to rest on one of the longer edges. See here friends, you have 5 longer edges, namely AA1, BB1, CC1 and so on and so forth. So whenever the solid or this prism has to rest on one of the longer edges on HP, such as AA1 on HP, or that longer edge has to make an angle with HP, so it is always essential to see that the object is placed on HP on its bottom face such that one of the corner of the object will come to your right side, so that you will be able to tilt the object in the second position like this. So I just got the problem by drawing this XY line representing the intersection of VP and HP. I mark this as XY, and here I mark VP by HP indicating first angle projection. Now I am going to draw the top and front view of the solid when the object is resting on its bottom face. So I just constructed pentagon in the top view such that one of the corner of that bottom face will come to the right side. So let me construct like this, a pentagon. This is the pentagon I have constructed here, and this has got the edge measuring 25 mm. I mark that. The corresponding front view for this will be just 2 rectangles you are getting here. Let me mark them. So these are the 2 rectangles you are getting, and now we will just mark their axis, etc. Let me start numbering or naming the corners and the edges of the solid. I will start marking from here as A, B, C, D and E. I bisect the 2 adjacent sides here and obtain the so-called the axis O, O1. After marking A, B, C, D, E, let me move to the front and mark here A dash, B dash, C dash, E dash. This is B dash, and the height of this object is given to be 60 mm, and that dimension has to be marked here. So after marking here, move to the bottom face and mark this as A1 dash, B1 dash, C1 dash, E1 dash. Same thing with 1 year extra. The axis is somewhere here, it comes here. I just mark it as dash dot, and say this is O dash and O1 dash. And for the bottom surface, the top face has got 5 points A, B, C, D, E. The bottom face has also got 5 corners. So A1 comes below A, B1 comes below B. But when you see from the top, these 5 corners of the bottom face are not visible. Hence I show A1, B1, C1, etc. in brackets. So this is A, A1, B, B1. This is C1. This is B1 and this is E1. So we have got the front and top views of the lamina with one of the corner coming towards right side of the observer. And here you can see friends, you can call this figure as number 1. In figure number 1 we observe that as per the problem, the object is rest on one of the longer edges on HP. So if you observe the front view, the line D dash, D1 dash represents the one of the longer edges. There are 5 such longer edges. This is one such longer edge, and this longer edge is very obviously is perpendicular to HP. this is perpendicular to HP. It is at 90 degrees to HP. But it says in the problem, it has to rest on one of its longer edges. So I have to redraw this figure such that D dash D1 dash rests on XY and obtain the corresponding top view. So I am going to redraw this figure in just a rectangle here. So this figure is redrawn here as figure number 2. The topmost point will be A dash, B dash. Take this gap, mark C dash, E dash. So this will be C dash, E dash. Bottommost is D dash. Similarly for the bottom face of the solid, we just mark like this. So A dash, B dash, this is going to be A1 dash, B1 dash. C dash, E dash, this is C1 dash, E1 dash. And this is D dash, D1 dash, the longer edge, A dash. Axis comes between AB and CE, this. So I will just mark here the axis of the solid represented by O dash and O1 dash. Friends, what is the similarity you have between figure number 1 and 2? Figure number 2 and figure number 1 are identical, and only the thing is the object is made, or the solid is made to rest on DD. DD is one of the longer edges, and hence I show here as the longer edge on HP. Longer edge is on HP. So once you have this longer edge in HP, I made the object to rest like this. So when you make like that and look from the top, when you look from the top, for this position, you can say from the top, you will be able to see rectangle 1, this rectangle. So you will be able to see. Let's mark these points first of all. So this figure, you are going to get like a rectangle. Start from point A, horizontal line from point A, vertical line from here. This is point A. Similarly B will come here. And again remember, this distance is going to be 25 only, there won't be any change, this will be 25. Then you have got C and E here, this is the point D at the center. So let me take exactly in the center, you will get that point D. Then at this end you have got E, all you get on the same line is here. Then here bottom side you have got C. Friends, you are getting A, B, C, D, E. So this line has got 5 points, A, B, C, D, E, and hence this represents the top face of the solid in the top view. So I just join all these by straight line. Similarly for the bottom face, you are going to have a similar figure. So below the C, you will get E1, this is A1, this is center one is B1, which covers the axis also. This is point B1 and the extreme bottom one is C1. So these two lines are identical, and now you have to join all the borders by dot. Full line, visible lines, because these are all full lines, the edges are always visible. This is the top view. And here, friends, if you observe here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. These 3 longer edges are visible to the observer. So which are the longer edges? This is one longer edge, second longer edge. This is the third longer edge. And I can show you here. So object is resting like this on rectangle. So you will be able to get these rectangles are there. So one thing to observe here is the object is resting on DD, but that DD is not visible to the observer, and hence DD when you see from there, the object is resting on that, hence this has to be shown by a dotted line. So let me show this by a dotted line, whereas the rectangle A1 and this B1B is completely visible. This is completely visible. So this also represents the axis O comma O1. Friends, you will observe here that the object is resting on DD. DD is one of the longer edges, and that longer edge is parallel to VP. The longer edge is DD, that is parallel to VP. And also you can say the axis is also parallel to VP, because the line DD and O1, they fall on the same axis, is also parallel to VP. So we will call this figure as figure number 3. Friends, here to just recall all this, we had the object resting on one of the pentagonal faces with a corner towards the right. Then the last line in the front view represented the longer edge, which was perpendicular. I have written down this figure as figure number 2 by taking this DD on the XY line, obtain the top view. In the top view, this rectangular face A1 dash, B1 dash, A dash, B dash is completely visible, and that I have shown here. And the edge on which the object is resting, the longer edge B dash, B1 dash, is not visible to the observer, and hence I have shown by a dotted line. In the top view of this figure number 3, we have the axis parallel to VP. He says draw its projection when the axis is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. So what is to be done now? Whatever the figure you had, that is figure number 3, is to be redrawn with the axis O1 inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. So I'll just take some point, mark a line here at an angle of 30 degrees on which the axis is going to lie. So this figure number 3, I am going to keep like this at an angle of 30 degrees and obtain the corresponding front view finally. So I will construct the figure like this. This is the final top view of the figure. So let me mark these rectangles in between, and let me name these. So this figure is drawn like this. So this is going to EAD, EAD, also O, and this is O1. The last point is C. So bottom face of that is C1. This is the point A, and after that B you have here B, B1, D1, will show here D1, this is A1, and this is E1. So let me mark it here as E1. Here in the final top view, the axis of the solid and also the longer edge on which the object is resting is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to VP. So I have to obtain the final front view, in which case the observer will see the top face since it is near to him and get all the 5 points for the top face. Let me start from AB. So you will get AB on this line. So how to get them? A and B. Vertical line from A, horizontal line from here. The point of intersection will give you A dash. Likewise B, vertical line from here, and vertical from here, horizontal line from here will give you B dash. Likewise C and D, C is the last one. C and D will lie on this line. So C of the top face, vertical line from C, horizontal line from C, they intersect here. Call this point as E. Sorry, this is C to be very specific. This is C. Then E is the extreme right corner of that. This point is E. So the point of intersection of the horizontal drawn view and the vertical drawn from this point will give you the point A, B, C. This is D. This is E. The point is E. I am left with the point D. Draw a vertical line from here. D, a horizontal line from here. Exactly meets here. This point is going to be the D dash. So A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash represent the 5 corners of the top face in the front view. So since this is nearer to the observer, I have to join all these points by straight line. So I am going to join A to B, B to C, C to E, A to E and this point. So we are going to get a squeezed pentagon with this name A dash B dash, this is C dash, D dash, E dash. And as usual, O, the axis of the object is here, you will get O dash, the center of the top face. Similarly friends, for the bottom face, you are going to have one more such figure exactly identical to A dash, B dash, named as A1 dash, B1 dash, etc. Get that. So I'll start from this. So on this line, you will have A and B. So this point is going to be A1 dash, then B is going to be B1 dash here. So A dash, B1 dash, then you have this C somewhere here, C1 dash, D1 dash comes exactly in the center here, D1 dash, and finally E will come somewhere here. So A1 dash, B1 dash, C. So we got all the other 5 points. The center of the bottom face is O1 here. I will mark it as O1 dash. Friends, we have got all 5 points here for the 5 corners of the bottom face. Let me join the extreme lines or the boundaries of the figure by full line. So we have B to C line like this. This point you are able to see, and this edge you are seeing. So here, when you look from here, that CC is visible. So I am going to mark the CC also by a full line. So what is not visible here? Axis, let us mark here. Dash dot, axis we have marked. And we have this DD, D dash, D1 dash as the longer edge which is resting on HP. What is not visible is only a part of this. This part is not visible of the corner EE1. So this point is E is here. So this is, the object is resting on DD. That DD is here. DD is available here. You will be able to see that this point is not visible, and hence I just join this point by a dotted line. Similarly, this by a dotted line. Remember friends, here in the final front view of the solid, you observe that the object is resting on D dash B1 dash. D dash B1 dash is one of the longer edges, and it is also can be seen very clearly in this figure that the two rectangular faces, which are the rectangular faces, these two, this rectangular face D dash, C dash, C1 dash, D1 dash, and on the other end D dash, D1 dash, E dash, E1 dash are the two rectangular faces contained by the longer edge DD. This is the longer edge DD, so they will be making equal inclination with the HP. So I will represent this as alpha. Sometimes they also specify in the problem, draw the projections of the solid when the two rectangular faces contained by that longer edge on which the object is resting are equally inclined to the HP. Friend, this is the final solution, and I hope all of you were able to follow this problem. And friends, if you are happy with the presentation I have made on this particular problem, pentagonal prism, do share the information. Tell your friends to subscribe. You also do it, and keep drawing the subject of interest. On this, Dr. M. Chennaiah signing off. Thank you.